I just drink wine.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Whine Situation.
Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Ellen.
And
We're here for wines and wines with H's and without.
Wines for Wines.
That's right.
A wine for a wine.
A wine for a wine.
Basically, you guys know
the
the show
wine,
by now.
for the
It's
why.
episode 4
For the which,
already.
what, where. Yeah.
Already? How did
Holy,
that happen?
I don't
It's just like
time.
poof. So you know how we do it. We ask people to,
Tell us what's bugging them.
yeah,
We put wine with
we
it.
put a wine with it.
And Sean knows how to do this because I call him the wine whisperer because he just like looks at people, knows what they want to drink, and he's been working in wine for 6 years. I helped to open Bar Covell, and so he's really well qualified to do this than anybody, I think, on earth.
Ellen's actually the most qualified because she's passed tests. She's learned her lines.
I learned my lines.
She's learned
lines
her
and
lessons.
lines.
And has passed the WSETs,
Yes.
Wine and Spirit Educational Trust.
Yeah, so that's
One
the only
shit.
thing in the world giving me any kind of
So she's memorized, places and appellations and things like that. You have the cred. You have
things
the street
things
cred.
that people can look up, but I know it.
You're like a walking Wikipedia page for wine.
Yeah.
Walking
Totally.
Wikipedia page for wine.
When you want wine.
Ooh, that's our nice warm-up for a podcast.
Get not just us talking.
Yeah,
Intro our
let's
guest.
intro our guest. We have the lovely Drew Droege with us.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Hi. I just popped right in.
Wow, that was
Thank you for dropping by.
Goodbye. Oh, no. What happened?
Oh, you're
Drew was here for such a short time.
short time.
Oh, my God. I love the Oh, man, I love it. So I didn't know that you knew so much about wine, Ellen. I mean, I've seen you at Covell a bunch. I see you at
That's
Covell
how it
a lot,
started.
Sean. Yeah, okay. So that's so fascinating to me. Like, and what are appellations? Have you talked about this on the show before? Ellen?
No.
No.
So what is that?
Appellation's just the the name of the area where things come from, and
Okay. Right.
there will be different standards generally if something's
Like the
called.
Loire Valley.
Exactly
Yes,
that.
exactly. Episode 3.
Episode
Laura.
3, roughly.
Okay.
You were
See,
like
I
psychically.
grabbed that out of nowhere. I don't even
You
know.
felt its essence.
Yes. Paso Robles, is that an appellation?
Yeah,
Or
that's
kind of.
well,
Maybe it's
that's-
also a place.
That's like an American viticulture. Or
AVA.
AVA,
Yeah,
yeah.
American
okay.
Viticulture
But-
Association.
Basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
all
like
right.
California has AVAs and but like France has appellations.
Oh, okay. I see.
Italy
I
has
see.
DOCs.
Yes, has
DOCGs.
DOCs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, different countries have different names for what they call their little special places.
Yeah, and there's usually like requirements for making the wine that go. If they want to use that name, they have to meet a certain standard.
Okay.
Although
okay.
the U.S. one, ours are pretty lax. We're just like, 75% of the grape has to come from there, and you can call it that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like,
We're getting-
Central Coast can mean a lot of things, or I mean, I
That's-
guess because that's a pretty wide
Yeah.
range. Is that how that works? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's like Santa Lucia Highlands in Central Coast. There's also like Santa Barbara Central Coast
Okay.
too.
Right.
There's
I
even-
love Santa Barbara.
Love it.
A wonderful soap
Yes.
opera called Santa Barbara in the 80s.
It's exciting though because the wine we're gonna have it hails from a sub-region of Santa Barbara.
that's right, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's very white in Santa Barbara.
White picket fences.
Yes.
White seagulls.
That's so great though. I mean, I should know so much more because of you, Sean, and because of my brother and sister-in-law who are crazy
they?
wine snobs. They know everything about it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I should
Oh yeah.
talk to them more when they're-
yeah. You've got to talk to them. They will. I mean, because my sister-in-law works. She does a food blog called Everyday Champagne, and she's in North Carolina. But it's basically how you can eat really well and healthily and fancily on a limited budget with not having to live in a major metropolis. Like how you can find stuff and substitute this for that, and this means that. So it's really great. But they know a lot about food, and my brother researches it, and they go to New York. He goes to the top. They
man.
will go do a. They know about all the kind of, and so yeah, to hear that, and I just didn't pick up on any. I mean, I love good food and I love good wine.
I love
Yeah.
good food. I love good
I
wine.
love it all, and you know what I like, Sean. When I go to Covell, you know exactly what to pour
He's
me.
the wine whisperer.
That's
I
the
guess,
thing.
I guess I'm a wine whisperer.
You
You
are.
are.
Guys,
It's really good.
true.
Accidental wine whisperer. You're welcome, America.
Everyone,
Hello, everyone.
welcome.
Sweet nothings. Sweet grapes of nothings.
We're all really drunk.
We're all really drunk
right now,
already.
So
But
enjoy
actually,
the ride, everybody.
While Sean opens the wine that we picked, why don't you explain what your Hawaiian with the H is?
My
before we-
Hawaiian.
What's your Hawaiian?
I love this because it's not a huge major gripe. It's just a wine.
We can turn it into something.
Okay, good. I love it. So we can blow it all up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because it's like there are definitely bigger problems in the world, and there are definitely things.
It's a waxy cork.
But waxy cork.
There's a waxy cork.
Does that mean anything?
It's
just
a way to
means that
seal
winery
the-
likes to.
Oh, okay, but I don't know if it meant like, oh, that means it's a really good vintage, or that means uh-oh.
That means it's fancy.
Okay.
means they put
Well, I only want fancy.
This is the
stuff.
fanciest.
Oh, I hope so.
This is a very fancy
It
one.
is.
Oh, I
I'll-
love it.
I'll
Very
explain it
excited.
all in a minute.
All
but-
right, so you have to hear my Hawaiian
Yeah,
first.
yeah. We've
Okay.
got to hear the wine before we get to the wine.
I just I don't understand the phenomenon around people commenting on social media, mainly Facebook, but also sometimes on Twitter, or on Instagram, just aggressive nothings. Like when people comment on things that you post with a non-comment, but they feel the need to comment. So it's like when people will write things like, okay, ... or like, tell us how you really feel, which I'm like, I always will. That's what I do. Have you met me? I'm a walking wound. I will tell you how I feel about every time, all the time. And I'll tell you how to feel if you don't know yet. Which makes me lovely. But no, I just don't understand why people feel the need to comment when there's no need to comment. It's like, I'm not asking,
Yeah.
I'm not saying, what do you think?
Yeah.
I'm not going into your inbox and saying, what do you think about this? And then, or people try to be funny and they end up saying something really rude.
The joke.
The joke.
the
And I'm like,
riff.
oh, you're trying to be funny now. Just stop and maybe just hit like if you really want to be part of this whole conversation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
That
I
was going
like
to
a
be one of
lot
my
of likes.
questions, was how you felt about people that just feel the need to like something just so you knew that they.
Oh, I don't mind that because I feel like that's part of the game you're playing, right? Kind of like,
Yeah, you're like, come
you don't
hither, go
post something
away.
on out there for nobody to see it. It's
Yeah.
like a tree falling in the woods. You want it to make a noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I want people to hear and feel, what I'm saying. There are occasional moments you'll post something and go, oh God, that feels gross, and I'll take it down. But I'm just sort of the people's need to be part of a conversation, but not having anything to say.
Exactly.
Exactly.
This
Well,
is
cheers to
perfect.
that.
Cheers to
that.
To fuck those people. I'm one of them all the time.
Ooh, that's delicious.
Yes,
This
Dragonette.
is delightful.
So this is we were thinking about people wanting to have something to say to be part of the conversation, and ever since the movie Sideways, which
Yes.
Pinot Noir, it got within everybody's mind that Pinot Noir, if you're going to say something about wine, just say you like Pinot Noir,
Right.
Exactly.
And you hate Merlot.
And you hate Merlot,
you hate
exactly.
Because Sideways told you to hate Merlot.
Merlot.
Right. So we were.
God, I hate that movie. We can go on and on about it.
So yeah, we decided to get a Santa Barbara County. This is actually from Santa Rita Hills, from Dragonette Winery, which is one of my favorites. It is their Black Label Pinot Noir.
Ooh.
It is
It's delicious.
It is delicious. It was. I was like reading their write up about it. There was vigorously hand sorted and aged for 20 months and French oak, 25% new oak, and
Each grape was
unfined-
cradled in a small pamper.
It's unfined, unfiltered, raw.
Oh.
Yeah, for you.
Handled and raw. We're like maybe gonna cheers again. Why
Yeah,
not?
why not? After that,
Why not?
after that
I mean,
intro for the
this
wine.
is the
Ooh.
Black Label.
What adjectives can we use to describe this wine? Because it's
Silky.
okay. I get that.
Pinot Noirs can be silky. Like you
I
want like
love
a
a Pinot
silky
Noir because
texture.
they're lighter and they're
Yeah.
really good with food.
This is
and,
very heavy for a Pinot.
It is. It has almost like a. Is it like a berry?
Yeah.
But
I'd say like a black currant.
Yeah. Okay.
Currant, a little
I
bit
get
of
that.
black cherry.
And it has a little spice to it.
a little vanilla,
Little vanilla.
a little
Yeah.
cinnamon.
It's nice.
It's a fun wine.
Yeah.
It's a fine wine.
So
But yeah,
that's how
back
we-
to the movie Sideways.
Yeah, I just don't. That was something. I love Alexander Payne and I love his other movies, but
Yeah.
there was something about that movie that I found so upsetting. First of all, it was just about garbage people, and I love garbage people
But aren't
in
so
movies,
many movies just about garbage?
I do
Manchester
like it.
by the Sea was
which I loved.
really.
I did, but
dear.
I know, and I don't think you like.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later.
But again, I mean,
Another
I've got to a
podcast.
point where I'm like, I can't. I've never met anybody in the world that agrees. I'm like, I have the weirdest opinions, and I don't even understand my own opinions about movies. Sometimes I'm like, why did I feel that way? But I feel like that this movie was that Paul Giamatti character. There was something so deplorable about him stealing from his mother at the beginning of that movie, and how they
remember that
treated
part.
women, the way those guys treated women. was so gross, and the movie wasn't making that comment. The movie was like, oh, these guys are lovable schlubs that come to learn. So when I don't like a movie, I love them. I mean, like Young Adult with Charlize Theron is one of my favorite movies because she's a garbage person, but that's the point of the movie,
right?
You know, and when you're watching a movie and you're like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be watching, where everybody, that's what they're
like
saying.
Spring Breakers too. Like
oh, I love
Correct,
that. Yeah. But in Sideways, there was something about it that I just felt like I'm supposed to identify with these people. There was something about it that was just kind of sickening. I thought Virginia Madsen was amazing. And I remember loving that monologue.
Right.
And I remember, she won the Oscar?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like
maybe not. Maybe not. I think she was. I think she was nominated and it was a big like comeback thing for her. That's about it. Anyway, but like she was great
But I still see the residuals of it from Wine.
Yes.
Like, literally Merlot sales
took a
tumbled in the United States.
I know.
Which is insane because
people are desperate to know something about wine.
And that's
And it's like with coffee, beer is that way now. Marijuana is being that way. Like everything's beginning a strain. Like, oh, everyone has to be such a snob about, you know, I keep saying a few years ago, but let's say to be fair, 15 years ago, you would go into a diner, get a cup of coffee, and then coffee was coffee, and you would just get coffee. You know, not to sound like Andy Rooney, like these kids nowadays, but like, and wine, you're like, I'll have a red wine, I'll have a white, and it's good to know things about, you know, because you can totally tell, and there are lots of wines that I prefer over others, and I get that. But I think people, it's one of those things that's such a status symbol to know something about wine, and so they see that, but they also don't want to do the work that the two of you have done and actually learn about it. They want the Cliff Notes.
They've just heard that Pinot Noirs,
and so they go to Sideways and go, oh, I guess I should like Pinot Noir, and I hate Merlot. Whereas, like, you know, that really doesn't mean anything. Just a blanket hate all Merlot.
Which is, like, I love it, but when people say at the bar or just in public, they're like, I hate Merlot, but I love Bordeaux. Because Bordeaux consist of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, you know. So it's like some of the most expensive wines in the world are full of Merlot.
Right.
Like, it's a fantastic grape. Like, why are we hating on this one grape so much? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's so weird. And it's also with trends and stuff and how people need. It's just
People,
marketing.
like,
everything is
things.
marketing, and everything is, you know, how it's like.
But it's almost like accidental marketing. Like, they had no idea probably that movie would do that.
I'm sure when they were making that movie, they had no idea.
How crazy would that be?
But it's just one of those things that, you know, it's like people want sea salt instead of just salt. And you're like, you know, it's all that.
Fleur de sel, you mean?
Exactly. Himalayan pink.
Oh my God. I was working at Square One once, and this guy was like, do you guys have a chèvre cheese?
Oh,
and I was
God. You mean goat cheese?
And like, I was, you know, like 25, whatever. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's that? And he's like, goat, like literally eye roll.
Ew.
It's like, it's goat cheese.
It's
and
goat
I'm like,
cheese.
oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Chèvre.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, and also, like, you're on Fountain.
Yeah, I
sir,
know.
Like,
come on.
Relax.
We're like
come on.
We're in an enterprise zone here.
But, you know, and just people being so snotty over what they know. I've always hated that. I've always hated that sort of thing when people love to, well, let me explain it to you. This thing. And I'm like, okay, we all know things and don't know other things. And
well, that's wine, though, too. The people that are the most accomplished in wine are the most giving with information and giving with wine, and, you know, humble, will never like hold anything over you.
Well, yeah.
We'll try anything.
Well, they're passionate about it, and they want to share their passion for it.
Exactly.
That makes sense, as opposed to someone who's like,
I'm probably guilty of like trying to share my knowledge sometimes just because I hope it comes from like a place of like I'm just excited and I'm like, no, you want to know about this.
No. That's the difference. That's the difference between like, I want you to think I'm important.
Yeah, the versus when
I know this little bit of information, and I'm going to act like I know a lot more, but I'm just going to literally say everything I know and then act like there's a ellipses there, but there's not.
It's the people that know a little bit about wine that like are the worst.
It's liberal arts degrees. You know, it's like, you know, my college experience, how I know a little bit about everything, and I can just at a cocktail party be like, okay, Battle of Hastings, 1066. I don't know anything else, but I know that happened then. Goodbye.
Yeah, I know you have to run away before you.
Yeah, exactly.
Before they find
Don't
out.
get those tray past hors d'oeuvres. Did you try the meatballs?
I'm sorry, what are meatballs? Oh, goodbye.
It's ground meat.
Oh.
Yeah. Formed into a ball.
Oh.
Pan sauteed.
Oh, then I must like that.
little
If it's
chef-
pan sauteed,
yeah.
then I must like it.
A little chevron.
Stewed in a casserole with grape jelly and ketchup.
Uh-huh.
As they did in the
Ooh.
50s.
As they did.
As they
Little smokies. I still have a friend that makes every year has a Christmas party, and he does those little smokies that are Vienna sausages and those little smoked sausages. There's little garbage turds that are boiled in a crock pot with grape jelly and ketchup.
Grape jelly?
I've seen this recipe in many of Betty Crocker being the cookbook
and it's just trash-tastic. Oh, it's so good.
Grape jelly.
Grape jelly and
ketchup.
I've
always wanted to try making a vegetarian version of that just to see if I could.
Yeah.
Are you a vegetarian now?
Yeah.
See,
I'm one of those garbage people. I'm not even vegan. I'm not even vegan. I'm just vegetarian.
You're just vegetarian.
No, that's all right. That's great.
Is this like a...
That's why we don't know about it.
Animal,
if you were vegan, we would know all about it.
That's true.
We would know about it within minutes.
No, and I would be sad if steak... I feel like everyone should do what works. I was like an animal person all my life. I tried to become a vegetarian when I was like 7, and my mom was like, I can't cook other things. And then I had a friend. She wasn't going to make an exception. Then I was 13, and my best friend.
My family would absolutely have been the same way. If I decided I wanted to be a vegetarian, they'd have been like, you're going to figure out how to eat because we're not making it. No, you have to eat
when
this.
I was 13 and could scramble an egg, my friend and I put our foot down. We're like, we're going vegetarian. And
but you eat eggs?
I do eat eggs. I get them from places where if I wanted, I could like go visit the Happy Chickens.
Oh, okay.
So now you're so vegetarian?
I'm vegetarian, yeah.
And from 13 on?
13, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure I've accidentally ingested things that have had meat products, but I try and be pretty, like, make sure there's not gelatin, make sure, and I don't wear leather, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like everybody, because I tried to go vegan once, because I was like, I should go all the way, and I'm like, everybody's body needs, some people need meat, so I don't. And I really like steakhouses, because they always have really good wine, really good bread and butter.
They do.
Really good, and really good
cake
sides. They have really good vegetable, like spinach and
be
asparagus and Brussels sprouts, and all that stuff is so good at a steakhouse.
So I'd be so sad if like other,
I know.
if everyone was vegetarian, they wouldn't
wine?
exist. We can go to a steakhouse after this.
Let's go to a steakhouse. We're going to Taylor's.
Sounds really wonderful. Oh, I love Taylor's.
I love Taylor's.
It's so good.
So good.
It's in our hood, right?
There's one in Koreatown, yeah.
And there's one, and it's hidden away in Koreatown. You can't believe it's there, and it's the nicest old, weird Hollywood steakhouse. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
No,
I'm all about live and let live as well. Because occasionally I love going to like a good vegan restaurant and having vegan food, and I won't go to Cafe Gratitude because I refuse to eat plates of forgiveness. But because that place, everything is named like I am whole.
Shocker turn.
I am asshole.
I am expensive.
Exactly.
Expensive.
But the food is I eat a little bit of everything. I'm a big fan of all of it.
Yeah, there's lots of tasty vegetarian food out there.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never missed other things.
Do you like Indian food?
I do like Indian food.
Because I think if I was vegetarian, I would have just eat a lot of Indian.
Hit or miss on the curries.
Oh, okay.
But I love, they usually have like really good okra and really good like chickpea dishes I make. And there's Madhura Jaffrey. She came out with a vegetarian Indian food cooking cookbook that I've made like so much stuff from.
Madhura Jaffrey.
Yeah, I think
Madhura Jaffrey. You guys, everyone Google Madhura Jaffrey.
Madhura Jaffrey.
Famous cook of some type who I can't quite remember her name at the moment. I want to say it's like.
It's okay, Ellen.
Just get quieter and further away from the mic, and make less and less human noises.
Should be like, well, I should have just been like, oh, you don't know which one.
Oh, you don't know Madhura Jaffrey. Oh, well. I guess this conversation.
You probably don't drink Pinot from Bojo.
Just say like half words, words, and then gibberish.
Right. I was just going off your voice. All of a sudden, I'm like, what?
I was trying to picture her name and the cookbook in my head. It's not coming up.
It's okay.
It's not coming up.
She seems like a real nightmare.
But she makes damn good food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, to go back to my gripe, I just don't understand. I get why. It's that thing where you're telling a story and you're with a group of friends, you're at a restaurant, and you're right at the punchline, and the waiter comes up, and it's not, and to like take your order, and you're like, I was in the middle of right then, and you can't get mad at the waiter. It's like just timing was bad. It's like you can't really put that anywhere. You can't be like, God damn it, get away, because then you're like a horrible human being. And trust me, the waiter doesn't want to be there either. You know what I mean? It's not like it's like, come on. But in life, when that happens, and you're like, you could control that situation. Why are you going to get up? Why are you going to get on somebody's thread on Facebook and like just either shit on their feed or like medium on their feed, like just like add to it. I don't understand what that
prefer
is.
Just like
shit
stand on their
to the
feed.
medium, because the medium's like exciting. Like you're like, ooh, this person had something to say, and then you're like, I took my birthday off Facebook because I get annoyed. I feel like people just want you to know they were there for some reason other than actually wishing you happy birthday. They want you to know they were there.
Of course, that's what so much of it is. It's a lot of that. And
I guess it's that. Yeah, it's more like self-referencing themselves more than like actually having something to say about what you've said.
Right. Because there are things all the time that people will say that I think are just that are incredible or hilarious or effective or really emotional, and I'll just like them or love them.
Right.
Because that's it. I just want to be like, that was great, and that's it.
I support.
Like I don't need to add to that unless I have something to say that I think is.
Or you want that person to know you were. I feel like people do that because they want to be in your head. Like they like, I want him to remember that I exist.
That I said that. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And I'm saying this probably because I've done it.
No, but
that's the worst way to be in my head.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Okay,
you don't want
smiley face.
You don't want me. You don't want me thinking of you as like, oh, that person that's always commenting on everything at all hours of the night.
Right.
Because it just gets to where you're like, okay, great.
Actually, that reminds me. Like, do you look at the timestamp when people say things?
Oh no, but that's probably a good idea.
Because I was looking at Instagram last night, and I think it was like 3:30 or something in the morning, and I was like, oh, I like that. And I'm like, if they looked at this, they would go like, what was Sean doing? I'm always like, it hit me last night.
I comment on things on this Whine app late at night sometimes, and I've occasionally gotten like.
Well, you can always tell people you're in France.
Ooh.
Whatever. You don't know.
I
they
should
don't
be
know.
like, sorry,
the old
darling.
time zone trick.
Sorry, I was in Mars. We don't have time there.
I work at SpaceX.
Gravity was different, so. Yeah, that would be a good excuse but then it's bad because it's like a wine app, so they're like, clearly you were up late drinking wine, commenting on my wine.
Yeah,
and you're like,
exactly.
okay, fine, but okay,
I mean, like that's almost like understood. Like you're on a wine app, you're probably drinking wine.
Right.
You're probably intoxicated. It makes
probably
sense that you're
it's
up.
probably,
You're probably covering up for a lot of
Probably
bad life decisions.
6 a.m.
We
You
get
haven't
it.
gone to bed
We're
yet.
all there. We all do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do love.
Refill?
Yes, please. I do love the network of it all, and I love being able to talk to people all over the world, and I really do like the connection of it all because there are people that I don't see. I mean, there are people even in town that I don't see in person that much, but I feel like I see them all the time because we talk online, and there's nothing that compares to like a real human, like one-on-one connection. But there's certain people whose persona is horrible online, and they're lovely people, and vice versa.
Oh.
But there's some people that are.
It's like the friends that post the slutty selfies, and you're just like,
Yeah,
stop,
and
you're
you're like-
better. I know you're better.
Right, or there are people
No.
that will just, it's like in this, and in the whole LA thing, and people sometimes there's just a weird sort of thing that they have to post about this business or their life within it or just something, and it's all about getting attention. And
It's like
I'm like, you're
sending-
actually a great person. Why are you so annoying on? Or like people that we love that post these like naked, like you said, slutty pictures of themselves.
I mean, it's like sending postcards to casting directors. That's what I think of. You're just
Like
I want to
online,
be in
but
their
to,
face.
but to everyone,
But online
But to
to
everyone, yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Like I go on there and go, oh, I really like you. I didn't need to see this thing.
There's some people I've had to stop following because I'm like, I didn't need to see your like junk,
man.
Butthole.
basically. Your
Oh,
butthole,
wow.
literally, like
Really?
all the time, like
Oh.
just like show up in your feed. Like you can't censor that, Like I mean, you can. I guess you could stop following them.
Getting on
Just
You
like
need
my
to start-
puritanic
porn
lesson.
MD or whatever.
Pornhub.
Pornhub. That's what it is.
Pornhub. Come on down in the Pornhub.
We got a half off on BJ's today. Come on down to Pornhub.
You like a butt plug?
Comes free with a $4 purchase.
Butt plug and a beads.
No,
No, Pornhub.
And here I feel so scandalous with my 4 a.m. wine post.
Oh my God, no, please.
It's when I end up like drunkenly posting the me with my bottle of wine at 4 a.m. that
Oh my God.
I'm my,
Ellen, you're out of control. You're out of control. This is an
Oh my God,
intervention.
I love it. I love it.
no.
I have a thing with wine though that I love the taste of it. I have to be really careful because it tastes so good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you just want to
That
taste
I really
all
wish
of
that it
more.
didn't have alcohol, but like non-alcoholic wine is terrible. I really don't. I'm that way with whiskey. I like the flavor so much.
But you can't.
But I would rather not. I don't like being drunk. I just don't. So I'm like, it's a problem that I feel when I'm like, oh, I just want to drink this all day because it tastes so good.
I mean,
just want the flavors.
In my wine,
I don't mind the feeling of one glass of wine, but after that, I don't need to,
In my wine class, after like the first 6-hour day, I learned that we use the spittoons for a purpose. But in public, it's like you want to enjoy a full glass of wine, but then somebody's like pouring something. It's if you hang out with other people in wine and people just start pouring things and you want to taste it all. And it's not that you want to get drunk, it's just that you
want to taste everything.
I mean, it's the same with chocolate. It's there and you just want to consume it all.
Yeah, I get it.
Not for a sugar high, but just because it tastes good.
That's like Covell. Cheers to that. We'll cheers to that. Ellen, we'll cheers
to good flavors.
I like
to sipping flavors.
No spittoons here.
People sometimes taste upwards of 10 to 15 wines at Covell, and I'm like,
before
what?
they make up their mind? Or,
yes.
Really?
Oh,
and
God.
I feel bad when I ask
That's someone
you for
just getting
a
free
second.
glass of wine.
Yeah, I think so.
I like to challenge people. I'm like, use your words. What are you looking for? What about this do you not like? And I have to put it through some filter in my head.
Some people just don't like wine and they don't want to admit it, or they haven't learned to like it.
I don't know. I've actually said to people, I'm like, I think there's something else going on in your life right now.
Yeah.
That's affecting how you're tasting
I have a
things.
thing. Is this a thing about red? Sometimes, now this was immediately great on the first sip, but sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 sips of red to really lock into the flavor. I guess if I have any other flavor going on, residual in my mouth, or sometimes I'm not ready for red wine. The first taste of red wine, or maybe it hasn't opened up yet.
It doesn't taste good. Yeah.
Or it's just a little bit.
Well, it depends what you had for lunch. If you had garlic, spicy food, something like that, it will affect how wine tastes. So I understand that. I'm all about figuring that out. And it changes, your mouth profile changes.
Yeah, because sometimes after just a couple sips of the red, I'm into it and I'm like, oh, this is actually really good, but it takes me a while to sort of warm up into it.
But also when you first sip wine, your salivary glands,
it takes them a minute to start acting, giving you a little.
Exactly, your mouth.
Also, isn't it within just a few adjectives that you can tell, you're going to like this, you're not going to like this? I mean, how complex are people's palates that they have to try 10 different types of wine? At that point, you don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
Your taste buds are shot. You don't know what's good,
But I just love people oh, this is good, this is bad. I'm like, oh, you're the authority on wine, I guess.
Yes,
of course,
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it.
Of course.
Such a nightmare.
Of course, this wine is terrible.
Oh, of course.
I'll set it on make fire sure that we offer a few bad wines here just to test you. To test you.
Yeah, exactly. Great. You definitely don't have trash throat.
Exactly.
That was a test.
You passed.
You passed.
Yeah, these were the garbage ones. These are the good ones.
These women next to you, idiots.
My mother definitely likes to chime in to try and say that she knows things about wine around me.
Your mom does?
Yeah.
What does she say?
Well, she one idea about something and be like, well, she's like, I just only like a blend. And I'm like, Mom, you don't know what you're Sorry, Mom, if you're listening
I only
to this.
like a blend.
No, she hasn't been like that. Just she does the things many people do, I don't like Merlot or I don't like this. And I'm like, you just haven't had a good example.
Right.
There's so many variables when you're making wine between
But that's people that are I only like independent movies. Or oh, that means nothing.
Yeah.
Really I like foreign films and okay. Oh, that doesn't make it better.
Anything
just
from Bollywood.
Anyway,
what's your favorite? If someone was you have to pick a favorite movie.
Oh, my favorite movie of all time is Nashville. Robert Altman. Oh, it's so good. Were you in Palm Springs when you watched it? Yeah, okay.
It feels like a documentary bit almost.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's one of those. It's set in 1976 during the bicentennial in Nashville, around I think 3 or 4 days, and it's 30 lead characters in the movie. So it just kind of begins just like his movies do, and there's no real
the one who did the ballet.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, go on. Just wanted to make sure I was remembering.
Yes, it was. I think it was his second to last movie. He did about a theater company, a ballet company.
Yeah.
And it was with real ballerinas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus Nev Campbell, who also.
Yes. You're right.
Okay. Sorry, just wanted to make sure I was referencing.
Yeah, but
the
he
right
did Gosford
in
Park and Prairie Home Companion was his last movie, but he also did The Player and. MASH and McCabe and Mrs. Miller, and he's amazing. He also made huge, terrible bomb movies.
Yeah,
he did the worst ever, Beyond Therapy, and he did Pret-a-Porter and Popeye.
I saw that one.
Popeye, which is so weird. With Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall. Yeah.
Shelley Duvall from
Nashville. Also,
yeah, I know. Popeye was so weird.
So weird. I love it, but I also grew up watching it as a kid,
Yeah,
so
me too.
I don't really know if I could be objective about it, but I do kind of love how strange it is that Robert Altman directed Popeye. Like, how weird.
Yeah,
and perfect. Weirdly. But Nashville is, I just love it because every time I go back to watch it, I follow a different character. And there's so much happening. There's so many scenes that you don't see in the movie that you have to sort of make inferences about what happened between these characters and why they are where they are. And it's so American. It's such a movie about human beings in this country, and so much about country music and so much about women and how men treat them. And there's something in it that just hits all my buttons.
And performance too, and performing, and like there's so much of that. Like,
there's the whole thing about the industry, the music industry, and and everything from like Lily Tomlin sings in a gospel band, and she has 2 deaf kids, and she's weirdly having an affair with this really hot rock star, country music star, Keith Carradine, who's coming through town, and every woman wants to be with him, and he's weirdly hooking up with this married woman, and that's one of like, I don't know, 30 storylines in the movie.
And you relate to that storyline.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
I've lived that story.
Yeah.
I've lived every role in that story.
You're just hooking up with a married woman.
Sure. Keep talking.
No.
As one does.
Keep
the
lying.
married
Keep
women I've been
lying.
with.
Keep lying, sure. But there's some, I mean, I follow, I'm like, one time I'll watch the movie, I'll be like, oh my God, it's all about Geraldine Chaplin, or I'll be like, oh my God, it's all about Barbara Harris, or oh my God, it's all about Shelley Duvall,
I want to watch that movie again right
Scott
now.
Glenn, or
I'm gonna go watch it as soon as
It's
I can.
fantastic. Jeff Goldblum, Julie
Oh,
Harris,
right, Jeff
Karen
Goldblum.
Black.
My first
Black.
Ronnie
big movie
Blakely.
crush.
That Karen.
Jeff Goldblum. Karen Black is, oh my God, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Just no one like Karen Black.
Yeah.
She's great in it. She plays this really weird character, of course, country music star. So yeah, it's great. I mean, I love it. It's
like
not a
country
movie for
music,
everybody.
like old country.
Old country, like Grand Ole Opry country.
Or I love Dolly Parton.
Of course, me too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from the South and always kind of having I have this very weird relationship with country music because I hate modern country.
How do you feel about Hank 3?
Not into it at all.
Okay.
It's way
I
too.
don't mind him.
Yeah. I mean, God, there was.
But I like really hard, loud, angry music.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm not. It's a little much for me to listen to. I
The
just
more
always
rage,
said
the better.
I support it. I'm all about people having rage. I think it's important, and truly. But no, I do.
Support the rage.
Support the rage. Have it. We repress it too much, I think. But there's just something about. I mean, doing theater a lot in the South. We did a lot of Southern musicals, and so I did Smoke on the Mountain and Pump Boys and Dinettes and Big River. I did all those shows when I was in high school and college, and I was just sort of always connected to country music through theater, and I love it, and I love old-timey country music, and there's just something about it that it just feels like home, and I have such a strange relationship of
Wait, where are you from?
North Carolina. Just outside of Charlotte. There's so much I love about the South and so much I hate about the South, and obviously there's just that weird connection. And the movie really seems to sort of straddle that line for me in a lot of different ways. But then there are a lot of other movies that I love. I could also argue that like Serial Mom is one of my favorite movies.
Really?
That one either.
Yeah. What about you guys? What are your favorite movies?
Sean?
I don't like movies.
Oh,
I hate all movies.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Hates
see
it
a
all.
lot
I
of
don't
movies with
If
you.
someone held a gun to
Appreciate-
your head and was like, you must watch a movie now.
Storytelling. Forrest Gump.
Oh, great! You just want to trigger me because you know how much I hate it.
I only saw it once.
That's one too many times. Oh. But you're like, I don't like movies. That's like, I don't like Merlot.
Yeah.
I don't like
like
movies.
movies.
I don't like movies really.
I
I'm
really
more-
don't.
I
You're
like-
like one person on a stage talking about what may be something, maybe nothing.
Yeah,
That
I like
speaks to
TED
me.
Talks. I guess my favorite movies are all TED
Yeah.
Talks.
documentaries. Really, I only watch documentaries. That's really like my favorite movie is.
Okay, that's fine, but the way you say it is really gross, and you
Yeah.
rubbing yourself like
Yeah, what are you
you're really
talking about?
proud of your how sensual your brain is.
Have you seen?
Really unnecessary.
That's a
Have you
sexy
seen
brain.
Inconvenient Truth?
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's a great movie.
The Earth is.
There's polar
Precious.
bears.
Oh, why didn't you narrate that movie? It seems like you really know how to. It seems like you want to have sex with the planet.
What?
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Do you know how many polar bears he's adopted?
Oh my god!
It's a supple orb
I mean,
floating in space. It's
it is
Okay.
supple.
spaceship
It changes shape with
Earth.
the tides of the moon.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
bulbously blue.
If you guys could see what he's doing with his shoulder.
I know. There's the shoulder is like, and the light's hitting it. It's just getting just shiny enough. It's really you're really activating
I'm
your
ready
shoulder.
Your shoulder chakra is really vibrating with high frequency right now.
Shoulder has been activated.
Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Art school, guys. Art school. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
That's how I learned.
How to activate your shoulder
Got
chakra.
to activate your shoulder. Just do a gesture.
Oh, yes, the psychological gesture.
Yeah. Gosh, what am my favorite? I love Big Fish. I think I've told you this.
Yeah, that's a great
I'm a
movie.
sucker for that
Ewan McGregor.
epic story, of a life.
I only saw Big Fish once, and it was right
Same
after my dad
here.
died, and it was a lot. I couldn't really. I loved it, but I was like, I don't think I can watch this again. It kind of destroyed me a little bit because I was just. It was a lot to deal with and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a beautiful movie.
There's something about like celebrating a life and people coming together. Like I really respond to those kind of themes in movies.
What was the director?
That's Tim Burton.
That's what I was thinking.
And Dan Jenks produced it.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's right. And the Broadway thing too.
Yeah. I did not see the. Did you see the Broadway show?
No, I didn't see the Broadway show.
I did not see that.
You didn't
Broadway
see that?
musical.
You see all the shows.
I know. I try to. But then I'll go long patches. I mean, I've only recently been able to kind of go up to New York back and forth a couple times a year and see stuff.
Because of Cocktails and Classics.
Right.
And your amazing one-man show, which I'm going to plug right now.
Oh, thank you.
Bright colors, bold patterns.
That's right.
I almost flipped it.
Yeah, I know.
Bold patterns, bright
I
colors.
know. I'm used to it. I literally picked a title that I'm like, okay, this is going to be hard to remember.
New York Times critic pick.
Yeah.
It was so
really
crazy.
nice
I'm just going to just gush right now
Did
for a
we
second.
ever properly introduce?
No, we didn't. He jumped right in. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
okay, that's
Drew
fine.
needs no introduction. Everyone
I
knows
mean,
who he is.
True.
come on.
But I read that review and I just like, oh, there it is. There he goes.
Thank you, honey.
You fly, little bird.
It was very sweet of them to get the show and like promote it in that way because it's really the only place. New York is the only place in the country, at least, where reviews really matter.
Yeah.
And I was doing a solo show in New York in a 200-seat theater, and I did 18 shows in only 16 days. So over the holidays, I did it all over in December. So I was like looking at over 3,000 people that we had to come and see the show, and I was like, I don't live in New York. I don't even know 3,000 people in LA that I could get to come and see this every single day over the holidays, or people even got to be in town. So if it weren't for the good reviews, I would have not really had anybody come and see it. And people did really well.
And they got the show too. And like that's the biggest thing. Like he got what you were saying.
Because I've gotten some really, rotten, nasty reviews too, or everything in the middle, or people that were like, that was cute, and they don't really say anything. But it made me feel good too. Because also for me, like as an actor, I've always looked up to the New York theater community. That's sort of been my number one.
Yeah.
Those are the greatest. Like, I mean, I live in LA. It kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's like I've always had this kind of thought of like, well, you need to get in LA and get on a sitcom, and then you can get on Broadway. Because I really do think, and I'm like, it's so gross way to look at it.
It is.
Like, how else? But really, to me, getting to do my own show at an off-Broadway theater and have the time, like it was the dream. Like I kind of had to remind myself over and over again. I was like, I would wake up every day and I'm like, I get to go down to the theater and walk onto a set of this thing that I wrote, I created, and people are going to come and watch me do my thing.
Right.
I can't, I have to take a moment and pinch myself about that because it doesn't kind of get any better than that. No. I don't think it does. And I think so I feel so lucky that I got to do that.
But it's also like you put a lot of work in and you've worked really hard. It wasn't luck. It didn't fall out of nowhere. It wasn't a sitcom that you like your first audition in LA and you booked it and now you're,
Yeah. Well, that was the thing that, I have such reverence and respect for the New York theater community and I go and see plays, but they don't know the community, the New York theater, keep saying New York theater community. Thank you, Whine. But people, they don't know that about me. If they know who I am, it's like they know me from YouTube, or they know like I'm an LA actor, a comedian who does guest spots on comedy shows, and they may not know that I have such love for live theater, and that's really what I love doing more than anything.
Right.
And so to be embraced that way was really awesome because I also could see them kind of folding their arms, be like, who does this LA YouTube guy think that he is coming out and doing this? And it was just nice it felt really great, get that sort of treatment and respect because I have so much for that. I mean, I go once a year to New York and just see as many things as I can, and I go to the theater all the time because it's
great to get like validated when you put work into something. You work really hard on something, and
like
then have people be like, I get it, good job, awesome.
Right.
Like it's like, oh, fucking thank you.
Yeah.
Because so much time we spend putting effort and work towards something, or people go like, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That was dumb.
Right.
You're stupid.
You get like one
just,
nice compliment and you're like, I'll coast on that for
right,
a real long time.
Get a job.
Or I'm really bad about holding on to compliments. I will only hold on to insults. And I know that's a real problem of mine. And I mean, I've had lots of friends say that to me. Like,
I feel like I go the opposite direction. I like clinch too like hard to the compliments. I'm like, oh, this will keep me going.
Oh, that's great. I have to just try to not let anything. And it's, it's the thing where you're like, you can't pick it up, when it's, because if you pick up something, when someone throws down something really amazing, you can't pick it up and hold on to it too long, because then when the bad things they say, you hold on to those too. And I have a hard time when I can do a show and have everybody in the audience like stand up and tell me every amazing thing, and I'll go, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's so nice, thank you. And then one person will look at me the wrong way, and I'll go, well, I'm done. Right. Yeah. And I go through this like crazy, where it's, and so I have to be better about that. And so it is really nice when you get some sort of validation in print from a source that doesn't know me, that has no business like saying anything nice. He didn't have to say anything nice about me. I mean, this is Charles Isherwood, who's this really great critic, who's
famous,
really hard on, show he's very tough on a lot of things. And so, it was nice to have that happen. And so, like, for me, that my friends can tell me till I'm blue in the face, and I'm like, oh, thank you, but it's nice to.
Yeah, when you're like, this is like unbiased, just
right.
Somebody not associated, they're not getting anything out of this. This is just actually their opinion.
And this is my heart. This is the thing I've been working on. That I've been screaming and pounding and working on and failing and pushing and losing sleep over. And so it's nice to have that.
It's so personal, you know what I mean? And like, it can feel so direct and personal when people don't respond to what you're doing. Or
absolutely. It's bad enough when you're just an actor in a play and they don't mention you in a review. You're like, oh, that's a bummer, but whatever. Or if they don't like the play, you're like, well, you just didn't like the play, but when you wrote it and you are the one person up there that they're having to look at. If they don't like it, you do feel very naked, and it does feel
for
like,
sure. Yeah, sometimes actors can hide, like, well, the material or this or that. You're a director.
But reviews don't matter anywhere else. Like in LA, I'm sort of anti critics even coming in LA, because it's like, oh, we're just giving tickets away to people and who cares about their opinion? I mean, they're plenty of good, but like it doesn't matter. It's
LA
word of
Weekly
mouth.
just likes to hate things.
Well, or they just blow up things that aren't the greatest thing ever.
It's like hooray for everyone. I feel like critics.
But I've also gotten, like, on the same show, I got a hateful review in LA about Bright Colors. Oh,
really?
Yeah. There was a woman that hated the show. It is what it is. It's fine, but it doesn't matter. It's like no one's reading Curtain Up, or whatever. I don't know if that's a real one. I made it up. I made that up. I don't know if it's real.
Curtain Up.
I don't know, but it's like a real stage blog.
Angry stage manager.
No one's reading that, so it doesn't matter. But
Curtain Up.
But in New York, they do. So that was the thing, too. You're like, I'm glad I got a review because it means people were going to come. Like, regardless of what it means personally, it means it's going to be ticket sales. And people came and saw the show that wouldn't have come otherwise. They didn't know who I was or weren't, interested in gay Palm Springs cocaine theater, which I can't imagine who wouldn't be into that. But.
Right?
I mean, I want to know more.
Yeah, right? Should we go to some wine questions?
It's about time to go to
we
our
have wine
lightning
questions.
round. Ding, ding, ding.
Now, is this trivia or?
It's like just wine trivia.
Okay, it's just wine.
It's just wine.
We might have answered like one of the questions.
We might have already,
in our banter.
Or maybe you asked me
the
again to see
first
if I was
question
paying
is,
attention.
would you drink some fucking Merlot?
I would drink some fucking Merlot.
Fuck yeah.
I would drink the fuck out of some Merlot.
Yeah. Okay. That wasn't actually one of the questions, but
oh, good.
It leads into a question.
Did I win?
I just wanted to ask that question.
He knows that because yesterday I'm like, but can I say fucking Merlot? Can I say that?
Ellen, you can say that.
Ellen, it's America.
Oh.
In your post-goth world. I bring it up every episode that she's a recovering goth.
Oh my God. I remember you were pretty goth in
oh, that
my
was
class, right?
that was cool down phase. Like
okay.
Still from my like hardcore.
You guys
black lipstick all that.
I was Ellen's improv teacher.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Did I?
How long ago
how do
was
I not
that?
know that?
I was like practically 10 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, probably.
Memory.
You don't know that people who still want to cast me in my 20s.
You still look exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, and you were wonderful then. And
no, you were wonderful then too.
No.
No, you were.
I was
Couple of
intermediate
wonders.
level groundlings.
That's why we're there. That's why we're all
It's
there.
true.
Just figuring it out.
Oh, and I taught you too, Sean.
You taught me.
I just realized that
That's
too.
right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You've taught everyone.
It's going to be that point where I'm going to be like, yeah, I've taught him. Taught her.
Taught her, taught him.
I liked you as a teacher because you had like the right amount of sternness and like telling us when we were doing a shitty job. Groundlings or not, you have the teachers who you're like, you're just shitting on everybody because you need to, and you don't. We respect your opinion because we hear you.
Oh,
no,
thank you.
You're one of my favorite teachers. So.
I love teaching. I hope I can. I haven't done it in a while.
I was going to say, are you?
I was wondering.
I haven't, I taught a class last year, but I used to teach regularly, and I haven't had time to do it because it's a lot of time commitment to do it. But I do love it, and it's really nice to teach when you kind of pop in, once a week, or when I can have one class. I love having one class because I can really focus on those 12 or 16 people and really kind of get to know them. And, it was hard when I was just teaching for money and I had to teach 4 classes at a time.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people, and that's when you get bitter, and that's when you get a little bit like, I hate everything and nothing makes me laugh and I have no joy because you're just watching it all the time. And
it's like bartending too. Like I love bartending 2 nights a week.
Sure.
It's great. You get out, you get social, you can talk about wine, and people come in.
Exactly.
I worked this past week for like 5 days. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, it's such a job to keep that. Hi, how are you? Everyone, I'm having a spontaneous, enjoyable moment with you right now. And I care about you and I'm connected to you. It's like, oh God.
I can't. I have no energy.
It's like, so it zaps you.
Tired.
Yeah. Because you're constantly like giving everyone an experience.
Well, I'm that way with this now, like performing. And when I have some downtime in between, even on set of something or like on the theater rehearsal, and people want to talk in between, and I'm like, I need to not talk right now. I'm sorry, I know that seems so diva. But I got a power save. I do have to power down every now and then. And sometimes I need to just look at my phone and not talk out loud for a second before I have to jump back in. It's so hard being us.
Oh, my life.
So we're going to give you trivia.
Great.
Now we're going to quiz you.
Yeah. Wait, one of these questions we might have answered. We were going to say, where in France do people drink a lot of the fucking Merlot?
Oh, did you already answer that? Did you say that?
We talked about
said the
it.
answer.
The Loire Valley? Did I say that? No, the Merlot is in Bordeaux.
Yes.
Yes. She did it.
The right bank.
Bing, 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 bing.
Ding, ding, ding.
Pomerol.
Saint-Emilion. Lalande de Pomerol.
Is this that Indian woman again?
Margot. Yeah.
No,
I love your cookbook.
I remember. I mean, if you go further outside, there is Bergerac.
What's her page?
Harrison Bergeron. Have you ever read Harrison? It's a great short story.
No.
Harrison Bergeron. I think it's by, I want to say Arthur C. Clarke or one of the Ray Bradbury, maybe. I don't know. It's a great short story. I don't know. Google it. It's great. It's in the future, and it's a guy who has like, if I remember, I haven't even thought of it in 20 more plus years, but like he has like gadgets and robots in his head, and he just explodes. Oh. But it's great. I just gave away the
in
ending.
like a metamorphosis kind of way, like a Kafka kind of way?
Yeah, I think so. I know it's like futuristic kind of a thing, so I don't remember. But I remember really liking it when I read it. That's it. All right, what's the next question?
Oh, yeah.
Give me this.
I mean, this is kind of like it goes, we thematically came up with these questions. What goes into, in California, you see wines called meritage. What goes into that?
Oh.
What grapes go into a meritage blend?
Typically.
A meritage. I'm going to guess a muscadine.
Actually, it's the Mushmushbanker.
The Mushmushbanker. I clearly have no idea.
Those tend to be a Bordeaux blend, so there will be some fucking Merlot.
What goes into a meritage?
Like Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot.
Okay.
Usually.
So is Merlot the answer to all of these?
Yes. Including what kind of tree are most barrels that wine is aged in made of? The answer is Merlot.
The giving tree.
Giveth me wine.
Oh.
What kind of tree?
Like what kind of wood?
What kind of wood is commonly used in barrels?
Oh God,
for aging wine.
oak. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. What's in for bonus round? What country has the most popular?
Who has the most wood?
Popular wood. Oak.
What country has the most popular oak used in barrels?
Is it the United States?
No.
Is it Brazil?
You're getting further away.
Oh no.
Brazilian wood.
Brazilian wood. Norwegian wood.
Norwegian
wood, yes.
No.
That's it.
It's much more like this country's
France.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
French oak. French oak is the most common.
Also, they don't have trees in France.
Not anymore.
No.
Everyone knows that.
It's all just barrels now.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be super bonus and ask where like most cork is found for the corks.
Cork. God, I don't know. I'm
kind of like, I think it's Portugal, right?
It's Portugal.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think it's Portugal.
I barely remember that. I was just reading.
Could be like Tunisia
I'm working my
or
way
something.
through the Jancis Robinson's wine atlas slowly, and I was just on Portugal, so that's the only reason.
All those cork trees.
Yeah.
Too many corks.
Too many corks. Too many corks.
Oh my. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, God.
Too many cooks. Google it.
Too many cokes.
Too much
you remember
Coke?
that?
What?
Too much cokes?
Yeah, you're not on Coke? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's the Coke Wine
God,
Show.
hello. It's Sunday afternoon.
Jesus.
I'm gacked out of my brains. No, it was this too many cooks. It's
Too many
great. You
cooks.
can't find it anymore. You can't even
What?
talk about it. No, it's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
It's gone.
It's
offline.
amazing.
Yeah, it's gone.
That makes me sad.
Should we ask the final question? The most
It's like
Our
important.
engineer's
Google
like, I
hardest.
think I can
Just
find
like on
it.
Google them right now.
You might be able to, but I heard it was taken down. We have it.
Oh,
We
okay.
haven't. Oh, there's an ad.
Okay.
Is there audio that will play or no? We don't use headphones like that.
This is it. Make a stew.
Oh my God, what is this?
It's so good.
It's a slow.
Everyone's
joke.
listening to us watch this.
I know. You have to watch it while
You have to
my.
watch it. Everyone go Google it. Oh, it's so,
So
good.
it's like an 8-minute long joke, but it never the credits just never stop rolling
And
with
they-
people's names and cast members. So it's just a sitcom with a cast of 6,000 people. But then it turns into like a murderer chasing people through the studio, and
Just gets
it's
crazy.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's pure art.
These headphones are kind of fun.
Aren't
I-
they fun?
I know. I'm just like keeping the headphone on now.
Thoroughly enjoying them.
Yeah, you get a little more like intimate.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that more too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just getting up
Are you
on
going
it.
to start activating your shoulder again?
Oh, my shoulder. My shoulder's tingling. It's activated.
It
Listening to
is?
your
That's
stomach
really
more.
weird.
Ugh.
That's not attractive or interesting. It's just kind of upsetting.
You don't like it when I'm akimbo?
This is really weird.
Please get out of akimbo.
I
Okay.
put on my kimono
Okay.
and I get akimbo. Oh, it's gross.
This is bad.
No,
And
no.
Slash perfect.
Ellen,
Ellen,
The
I'm
heads-
going to
Make
talk
my
to
own
you.
dirty
yeah,
jokes.
I need to
What?
talk to you.
We're going to need to talk to you.
Also, the headphones on Ellen, they're so big. And she has the tiniest, most adorable face, but the headphones are giant on her head.
Over my head.
Yeah, they're kind of like.
Also,
dwarfing her.
the one on the closest to me, it's turned around backwards. So I'm just saying, look on the other side of it. Yeah, okay,
fuck.
there you go. So I'm seeing like a donut on the side of your head. and
Oh,
it's
I can
looking
hear
good.
you so much better.
Now,
There we
okay,
go.
so now it works.
Well, stereo is mono before. No, it's stereo. So, final question. Oh, we're so late.
We like to end on a positive
yeah.
note.
This
so-
has been a very negative
all- This
is such a
experience, so I'm
After
glad.
all the bitching,
Yeah.
Can we say
all the-
something nice to each other?
Something nice for people. Just what's bringing you the most joy in your life right now?
Oh, right now, the thing that's bringing the most joy is that I have a break from work for a little bit. So I'm actually able to take a little breather vacation. Well, I'm actually spending the month in LA with kind of not much to do. Closed a play last night, and I've been doing my solo show, and then I've been doing this other play. We closed
Nothing
last night,
much.
so. And it's been a lot. It's been a lot of. I haven't had a weekend off where I haven't been doing a show. You know, and it's all like you trick yourself because you do what you love, and it's great and it's wonderful. But your body's tired at a certain
Yeah.
point, and you know, and then people are asking me like, "What's next? What's next?" And I'm like, kind of nothing. And you see people sometimes go, "Oh, it's okay. Something will come up," and I'm like, "No, I'm not."
No, you have
complaining.
things coming up.
I'm actually really excited to have.
I have this recharging of batteries
Yeah.
thing
And
gig.
the thought of just kind of spending time with friends and going out to dinner
Yeah.
and kind of not worrying about, you know, getting to a show at 90 minutes before curtain to get makeup on and then do a 2.5-hour play every night. You know, I mean, it's a lot after a certain point. So that's bringing the most joy is just the peace of being with myself and sitting in my apartment and just with my adult coloring book and my
yeah.
goodbye world.
I'm going to color in the lines.
I'm going to color you world.
Well, thank you, Drew, so much
Thank you
for
guys.
being
Thanks
here.
for having me on. This was so
fun.
wonderful. This
Love
wine
you.
is incredible.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Drink wine. I don't fuck with IPAs. I just drink wine. I don't fuck with minute maids. I just drink wine. I don't fuck with coffee mates. I just drink wine. Give me red, white, or say, don't touch me, motherfucker. I'm a sommelier.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
You can touch base with us if you want to send us wine questions and such. Like, you know, what's meritage? Do I say it meritage or meritage?
Ooh, I always say meritage.
I know, I do, and I hear it's wrong. Oy. So email us at the Whine Situation with an H
at Gmail, or you can find us on the Instagram.
See the pictures of the wine and the guests, and we might even put Shelby the dog up there.
Ooh, Shelby the dog.
She's gonna be an Insta star.
Yeah, and that's the Whine Situation with an H. You can search it there. Thanks to the Covell crew, Dustin, Matthew, and Gregory Condes for all your guys' help and stuff.
Thanks to Catherine Cowell for doing the theme music with vocals by Catherine Cowell, Susan Song, and Christine Little. And guys, get on the iTunes and the Stitcher. We're on both now.
Wow, look at that. Two platforms.
You could rate us, you could subscribe, you can do all that exciting stuff.
Could leave some emojis.
Yeah. We like hearts.
I love an emoji.
I like a black heart.
Ooh, you're so goth.
I know.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, actually, and up next week we have...
Oh, yes. Next week we have Melanie
Linsky, a.k.a. Pop It.
Pop It.
So tune in next week. Thanks, guys.
Bye.